Hello everybody, it's me Meg and my Seek X3, and today we are going to continue with my playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. I believe this is part 8, but don't quote me on that. Anyways, let's continue. I did do a few things like update my weapons, sell a few things, and also update my armor, also updated Bianca. So, you know, the good old stuff. Okay, so today I'm thinking about starting the Winter Palace pod. Since obviously I gained 30 power, I might as well use it. Yes, I'm going the right way for it. Darn it!
Still real fat. We'll get him back. We're backing the winner.
You always say we're backing the winner.
Always makes it happen.
Always happens. Oh, I do believe this is a
Inquisitor, I must speak with you.
We can do.
What is it?
I must explain something first about the Montillier's fortunes. My family made their fortune as traders in Antiva until a scandal exiled us from Orlais some ages ago. It devastated our finances. The Montillier's have, in fact, been in debt for over 100 years.
Damn, that's a long time. I'm not going to give you a long. I'm sorry.
Dead or no, you appear to be surviving.
That isn't enough. A disaster could wipe us out completely. For generations, we've done everything to keep creditors at bay. Sold our lands to stave off interest. It is infuriating to see my family still reduced to this. I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
But you're not actually
Most people
poor.
worry about their next meal. Never mind an estate.
I'm not blind, but I worry for my family.
I'm sorry. I'm just
my
confused.
foolish sister Yvette with her daydreams. My brothers trying to rebuild our fleet with their own hands. Is it wrong to hope they never know hardship?
Is there anything I can do?
I'd almost solved our problems. For a while. I negotiated a chance to reinstate the Montillier's as landed traders in Orlais.
Oh, this
We
is
could
so
rebuild
to the
with
devil.
that. But when
Yeah,
I
think
dispatched
that's fun
paperwork to
in today's
Valroyo,
society.
I've just learned my carriers were murdered. And the documents restoring my family's trading status destroyed.
Okay, who did it?
Do you have any idea who murdered them?
Leliana made inquiries that bore success. Comte Boisvert, a nobleman in Valroyo, claims to know who killed my messengers. He has a request that you come when I meet him, so he's seen publicly conferring with you.
What would that give?
What will being seen with me gain the Comte?
The Comte will drop hints at parties
Sorry,
he's
I
to meet
can
with an
never
important
understand
visitor.
your
Allies
allegiance
and
and
rivals
their
will take
weird
note.
cults
Once
off.
he's met you, there will be speculation. The Comte will subtly spin reports to his advantage. He will use us. But if he knows who killed my people, I ask that we indulge him.
If that's what it takes to get to the bottom of this, I'll meet this Comte with you.
Thank you, Inquisitor. It means... you are too kind. I must know who killed my couriers just to harm my family.
Okay, so we got another side quest, which we probably gonna do later because we're just gonna do the winter class. Because I'm sorry, but I want to get that out of the way because I hate This is probably the only side quest of the main story that I really hate.
Any news on rifts beyond reach of the Inquisition?
Yes. And it is not good.
Look at eyes and look at heart. Here we come and look at this.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is,
Yeah, I
how?
think Corypheus will kind of
We
stand like
know
a
how.
sore thumb if he goes
I
to
have our way east. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala. The assassin
I remember
must
the
be
first time I
hiding
played
within one
this.
of these
Oh my
factions.
gosh, I probably tried 2 to 3 times because I kept on getting really, really low approval and it was really bloody frustrating.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but it seems that our messages never reached her.
Can we...
Someone intercepted
I
them.
don't know, can you just
It's better
send
that we
me
don't
a
leave this to
hint of the
chance.
letter?
If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no
Or you
land
can
is
just
safe.
send a raven. Or, you know, maybe send something to Morgan. By the way, spoilers.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to
Oh,
her.
great. These
Especially
days
when
are
the next in
all
line is her
bloody
cousin
over again.
Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
least
Celine is
briefly.
surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
Humor me.
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
So basically, this is a bunch of politic stuff. So, yay!
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became empress, and he a general
So
in the
basically,
Imperial
they had
Army.
lands meeting.
He's well loved by the troops. He's also a chevalier. Most of their numbers sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Oh, good for them.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Yeah, not like that guy can possibly have a bloody ego or anything.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only, she has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited
Liliana,
her
let
to the
that
peace
stall
talks
doing
in a
there.
bid
I
to gain
told
the
you.
elves' alliance
Open
in the
your
war. That would be
jobs.
scandal enough, without the rumor
least
that
trophies
Briala is a
of your
jilted
previous
lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Ooh, politics.
The elven
And
leader is a
seeds.
jilted lover of the Empress?
Juicy gossip.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some
I
connection
think like
to the throne.
blackmailing the head empress of the Legion Empire.
You've given me plenty to think about.
With Gaspard and Celine's armies entrenched, We cannot openly march troops to the
That kind
palace.
of sounds like a
My
D-bag, if
agents
you
will
ask
ensure
me.
your soldiers get inside. But it must be a few at a time to avoid attention.
Understood. Just give the word. We'll begin.
Let's just get this over with. Oh. Okay, if you actually choose Soulless, you actually get some very unique dialogue saying that he not to spoil anything, but basically he said he missed the atmosphere of parties in well, from the Wind Palace. And then the player asked, "When were you?" And he said, "Oh, I just see you in the fade." It's not like, you know, it's like foreshadowing anything or anything.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could
This
sever
looks
it.
like a lot of Disney castles.
The Grand
that I
Duke is
grew up
only
on.
too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
That's like if he caught in the action. Yeah, I don't stand out.
Inquisitor Adar, it is my great pleasure to meet you. Bringing the Templars into your ranks was not just a brilliant military move, but a clever political
Well, the
ploy as
mages
well.
are always clubs, so
Imagine
I just-
what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
Oh, great. Politics. Excuse me, I'll bang my head against something. With Emperor! I'm sorry.
Exactly what would be required to get that Imperial support?
I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
Excuse me, I skew my eyes out. Body. Yeah,
There's a
my God.
Tevinter assassin on the loose, Gaspard. Finding him is my priority.
Are you serious? That is a grave allegation, my friend. A foreign power meddling now, of all times? I have no doubt this
I see
Tevinter
the
is
Empire's
hiding within the
weekend,
ranks
there's
of the
a
Elven
big bloody
delegation.
hole in the sky.
They're up to
There's
something.
still kind of
My
some
people
fighting
have
going
found
on
these
between,
ambassadors all
Templars and
over the
mages.
fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the
You're
game.
telling that to
But if
a
we do
canard.
not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
An ox? Impossible.
That's not the Inquisitor. It's just somebody's pet.
That even looks like my body to you. Now, how this works is that, basically you kind of had to do a few things. Something basically called the, court approval. And it actually had to do with, also if you are a mage, it actually the approval rating do depends on the race you chose, the background. Like if you're a mage, you're gonna get reducted somehow. But if you bring Vivian along, you get some points back. But yes, the only way you can actually get a full approval is that you're human and a non-mage, if I remember correctly. But yeah, if you reach like a certain point, they will kick you out. Just another bloody reason.
Mika, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
I found it.
Is this the ring you were looking for?
But unfortunately, we all
I cannot believe
going
you
away
me.
from the party.
You have saved
and
me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
just don't talk. But what was I saying? But yeah, your points do go down, like when you're exploring the palace, which is just another reason why I hate part of this story. You also can get secrets to gain or basically gain approval, which you get to Liliana, and
What is Gaspar? Wouldn't surprise me.
but yeah, that basically is kind of it. There's other things you can do, like spy with them. But yeah, because of the oh so lovely time with strength, I will not be exploring as much because I get really excited. I get really on edge this part because this is like a time war and I don't like time wars.
Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out to trade by entrusting?
Oh, yeah, I haven't talked to them. Then get into the couple stuff.
Foreigners.
Your face. Ugh. Sorry, that was a bad attempt at a French accent. But yeah, these spaces, you can gain approval, influence sometimes, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong about that.
Any
But
word
sometimes
from the front lines?
you need
My
to
spies said the bodies
try
were
more
beyond
than once.
counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties?
That's like stealing from the palace. Yeah, I do believe that's also kind
What
of.
is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
So basically, like high school and middle school.
Don't they sound delightful? I'm shocked we haven't invited the court to dinner at Skyhold.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your
Seriously,
cards.
who wants to play a
When you
game
meet the
today?
Empress, the eyes of
That's
the
funny.
entire gorge will be upon you. You are safer staring down Corypheus.
Okay, now I prefer to face Corypheus now. Thank you. That is so much more comfortable.
You are just full of joy and light this evening.
Everything will be fine. And Raste watch over us all.
I think we probably need more than that. Bales. Hate them. Probably because there's a lot in Skyrim and the 3 years I've been playing it, but oh my gosh, I hate facing down bales.
Yes. Gaspar take the throne without the backing of the Council of Heralds?
He plans to take it by force.
Duke of the
If the council won't recognize him.
Gaspar. Even that sounds French.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Adar. Shepherd and leash of the Wayward Order of Templars, purger of the heretics from the ranks of the faithful.
Emmett's smile. This is all for show, my dear.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Cantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the Divine. Madame Vivienne, first enchanter of the Circle of Magi, enchanter of the Imperial Court, mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine, the Iron Bull, leader of the famed mercenary company Bull's Chargers, as the name might imply. Sir Callum Stanton Rutherford of Honley, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall,
I do believe that this is a
Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Light, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and Left Hand of the Divine, and Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an
always
unexpected
remind me of a
pleasure.
butterfly
I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our
least the
festivities.
inside does.
We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival
hello
at
to you
court is
too.
like a cool wind on a summer's day.
The weather may turn foul.
Let's hope the breeze does not herald an oncoming storm.
Even the wisest mistake fair winds for foul. We are at the mercy of the skies, Inquisitor. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Papa? Are they in good health?
It's true. The Templars have returned to the faith.
We can hope this is a sign of things to
I would never guess that the Templar was withdrawn. Oh, that's probably a little...
Is anyone having a thought on the casualties of the day?
I heard Celine was having the entire week.
Laurent was the love of my life.
And here we
Remember
are.
my husband?
You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared.
Killed in the
Well
war.
done, my dear.
Then.
You probably blame the time Lady Margaret played this game. By the way, what the
I've always wondered, what's
bloody
the Orlesian fascination with masks?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people in Orlais. Who you are as a daughter, a lover, a friend, are very different people from the Inquisitor and Herald of Andraste. Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
Anything happening I should know?
Cole is behaving even more oddly than usual. Someone should keep an eye on him.
I'm sorry.
It seems like you enjoy this,
But
Vivian.
I love
This
Kit
is the
Cole.
game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
You have a real sense of fun, Vivian. Any advice?
Any words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Besides trying to kill
Speak to the Council of
everyone in
Heralds.
sight at the moment.
6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the council is indisposed. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The council are the highest-ranking
You
players
know,
of the
maybe
game.
more
They
bloody
see
complicated.
everything. They might know something we can use.
Just be ready for
Be ready
trouble.
to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
I heard the Inquisition was here.
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
That's a mouthful.
There can never be too many Lady Montilliers and Thedas, can there?
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true you found the Red Templars sacrificing heretics and drinking blood from mages' veins?
I kind of like the
Everyone
There's
in
actually
Antifa
two bosses.
City
If you
is
side
saying
with
so.
the majors, you actually get the most hilarious hilarious rimmel that always cracks me up.
There was dark magic there, yes. But none of it so visceral.
Oh, did you check everywhere?
That's quite enough, Yvette.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the
Actually,
artist.
these majors hold
I've
out
been
you guys,
studying
so I like your
painting under
position.
Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's tales.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette, stop.
Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Unfortunately for me, it's my mom.
Absolutely not.
She still plays with her doll collection when no
But it's
one's
all
looking.
good fun.
Yvette, that's absurd.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely preposterous.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held
Especially near the end,
for years.
when defeating Cliffy's face.
Ousting
Well,
her.
his
Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of...
The dancing is so dull, your worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
I gotta say, I really do like the accent that the voice actress brings to Yvette.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Lady Nightingale.
One thing I actually had to give credit to Dragon Age Inquisition, they actually are a lot more callbacks to previous games than there were in Dragon Age. Because I'm not saying Dragon Age 2 is a bad game. It's just should have been better. But even then, at least Dragon Age 2 is still better than Mass Effect 3, and least better than Mass Effect Andromeda.
I have an idea, Josephine. You should invite all.
Have you heard from your
And the lesson next time. But yeah, depends on what companion you bring. They'll be located in either the ballroom,
Good.
the
I was hoping it would
no,
catch
no,
you.
I'm sorry.
What did the Duke
The
say?
entranceway and
Points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor,
Man, I
an
wonder who that
apostate
can
who
be.
charms
Oh,
the
again.
Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
Maybe maybe she changed, but I don't know, a hypothetically son that she probably had, more or less.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial
Technically,
Court?
she's not an
The
apostate,
Imperial
she's the
Court
witch
has
of the
always
Wild.
had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power.
Liliana, you
When the
just
circles
jealous of
rebelled,
what
technically
Jess that
every
you
mage became an
probably
apostate.
Maybe
word lost
recommended
much
to
of its
all
strength.
when you back in Origins. To go find people.
It sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads
Yes,
point
but
toward the
Liliana,
guest
what
wing.
happened to
It's a
you?
promising place to start. I'll coordinate
Look,
with
I
our
can
spies to see
understand
if I
if
can
you're
find anything
bitter,
better. I will
if
be in the ballroom if you
hypothetically
need
the
me.
Grey Warden killed you, but why, Liliana? Why are you so bitter?
I had no idea. Interesting.
I swear, BioWare games can
Boring.
have the most interesting glitches. Maybe not as interesting as anything by Bethesda, especially Skyrim, but it's pretty close.
This ball is a waste of time, like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori
Hey,
collaborator and get out of here.
dress. Of course, we probably wouldn't like that.
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
You don't seem to care much for the ball.
Orlesians pretend their petty squabbles are a game. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and deceit as delightful amusements. How wonderful. We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
You support the Civil
I don't
War.
like Gaspard. Something
Of course not. Chaos is what Corypheus wants, and we must oppose him. Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine fall and Gaspard take the throne. He would see
that is
the
like
true threat,
total
not
opposite
spend
what
his
we
time
all
throwing
should do.
balls and writing letters.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner we leave this place, the better.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else. The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Interesting. Interesting. Good to know.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. I'm curious.
Is he your nephew then? Shouldn't you be like Emperor or whatever? I don't understand politics.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life, if not fight for his destiny?
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece
Well,
Roria
besides the
hasn't
finale.
spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you are hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal, and terrible, and sometimes necessary. There's nothing more to say.
Another time, my lord.
You got anything that needs killing? Because the nobles keep messing with me, and they think I don't know they're doing it. If this keeps up, I'm gonna wear somebody's skull as my fancy little mask.
Sorry.
Look at this with the eyes of a Ben Hasrath, and tell me what you see.
It's a mess. Everyone's trying so hard to hide that they're walking around in plumage. Makes it tough to spot the dangerous lies, as opposed to the normal stuff. Oh, but that couple over there with the silver masks? The woman's doing one of the nobles, and the guy's doing two different servants.
Wow. Well, that's politics for you in a
What do you think of
nutshell.
the masks the nobles are wearing?
They're no good as disguises, and they don't cover the mouth or hide body language, so they're not much help for lying. As fashion goes, I don't know. I've seen dumber.
Anything catching your eye?
They've got these candied nuts with some kind of spice on them. It's sweet until you swallow, and then, bam! Hot! Also, Orlais has some fine-looking redheads. I go more for the servants personally. Less makeup. Nothing on the assassins.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Talk to you later, Bull.
I'll just stay here and eat.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Germaine?
By the way, if you follow these gods, one commander will lose approval points, so...
Did you see that panicked Tashi?
Try not to be too much of a joke about it.
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
Well, well. What's this?
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Fine by me.
Oh, look, there's blood. Yeah, this is the Pierre guy.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some
Right.
serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Philip is a joke.
Awfully selfish of this, Philippe. Running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant.
Ooh,
You are too
15,
kind,
that is
Inquisitor.
good. Oh, great, it's the...
My lady!
It's the Death Sisters.
My lady
It's the
Inquisitor! May we have a word?
Sorry,
It
Greek
is very
mythology
important.
reference.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
How can I be certain this message is from the Empress?
We three wear the masks of House Valmont. They signify that we are public faces of the
They look like
Empress.
doilies.
They are also extremely fashionable.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor. Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
Well, if you want to, you know, usurp, defeat, can you not do it over lunch? I have kind of a weak stomach.
That's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
Why didn't she?
She looks forward
Well, I don't
to
know.
cementing a
Speak to me
formal
like more about
alliance.
the bloody assassination.
As soon as Gaspard is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time. Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
And yet I don't have a mask, so I call it a masquerade.
Did you need something?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
I'm trying to remember. I think I said something about Loudon being dogs.
Did you need something?
Or the mages?
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Did you need something?
If I heard correctly, you'd like to stop the rebel mages. We share a common goal.
We have had enough of the pyres and the raids and the constant threat of violence. My steward will contact your ambassador. I have skilled people who could be put to great use.
Gentlemen?
By the way, all the secrets that you do long, you had to give to...
Where has that servant gone?
Liliana.
Elves, always shirking. What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Gaspard is wasting his time.
He's surrounded. I'm surrounded.
Does anyone before we left tonight?
So I'll give this a try again. Oh.
I had no idea.
The scoundrel.
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Oh, yeah.
Renonce.
Inquisitor?
Are all the Delances here?
Maker, I hope not.
Are all the Delances here?
Maker, I hope not. You're so handsome when you smile.
Look at Lady Cambien's slippers, trimmed with pearls and emeralds. And those boggles.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, and you're concerned about buckles? On shoes?
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
You're different here than in Skyhold. More approachable, perhaps.
This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. This is the Imperial
I'm
Court.
sorry.
This is the beating heart of the
This
Great
is
Game.
what I kind of meant by
Everyone is wearing
having
a mask.
a lot.
I learned this very young.
Especially
I was
Dragon
still a girl
Age.
when I attended my first ball. All this, the smiles, the small talk, it is a dance. And like any dance, it can be learned. For some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep.
Have you seen anything interesting?
Oh yes. Halam Shiral is lousy with scandals and scheming. But no sign of a Tevinter infiltrator, I'm afraid.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
Oh my gosh, I want to see his tapping the infinite
Did you just
loop.
grab
Make
my
you
bottle?
pick up a tiny space and now I'm just...
I still remember the day they came to tell me.
Anything else? Colony side. Oh my gosh. Now we come off through that way correctly.
Boring.
Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing is asked. Could we know the Council of Heralds now?
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
Excuse you, princess.
He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
You went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Brianna we have a situation.
Now you want to tell her? She's some agents you guys all.
Inquisitor Adar, how delightful. I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
What exactly does a court historian do?
I am responsible for the historical records of the court. I maintain our library and record all official proceedings.
Are you here to chronicle the events of the evening for posterity?
Oh yes! This is a momentous occasion. The first meeting between the Grand Duke and Her Majesty since the war began. Even if, Maker forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment in the history of the Empire.
Good evening, Lady Marcelette.
Another time, perhaps.
Good evening, Inquisitor.
Did you hear what Gaspar said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council.
Sorry for the banging. It's my neighbor who decided to live upstairs and who I don't know. Sounds like very Bigfoot. just like...
I didn't expect the Inquisitor to be sick. Lady Nightingale.
But yeah, it's this is the part I was telling you guys about earlier about if you go, you know, beyond the party quote unquote limit, you will start losing approval, and it just, I think this pop-up for me just telling you guys this was totally pointless. Cliche way to hide hidden wounds. One thing I never really get why this Balefire feel, but I didn't see it. Damn it, big butt statue. We'll see with the not really hiding them very well.
That's the bell. We should get back to the ballroom.
Totally meant to do that. And I do believe this is actually where we actually meet a very familiar face from Orchard.
Gaspar is wasting his time.
Well, that's useful.
Oh, I do believe, like, in the trophy room there is a Easter egg to Mass Effect.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition. Fabled
like
herald of the faith.
Years since the last one.
Delivered
Oh
from
my
the grasp
God, how
of the Fade
close
by the
are you?
hand of blessed
I'm
Andraste
sorry.
herself.
It's just whole
What
original
could bring
outfit
such
is
an
kind of
exalted
like
creature
bleeding.
here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
I'm here on important business concerning the entire Empire.
As am I, it seems. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane.
I didn't know you actually
have
took
been
Leon's advice.
very busy this evening,
About the
hunting in
dress.
every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an
By the way, if you
unwelcome guest
didn't
within
know,
these very halls.
Morgan's eyes
An
is
agent
yellow, which I do
of
believe
Tevinter.
want in Dragon
So
Age
I offer you
Inquisition,
this,
but I
Inquisitor.
could be wrong since
A
the
key
graphics weren't that
found on the
great at the
Tevinter's
time.
body.
Per
Where it
se, well, at
leads,
least they were
I cannot say.
different,
Yet if Celine
not
is in
bad.
danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone? Is that wise?
I must
Maybe,
return to her
put
anon, but she is safe enough
protection spell or
for
something,
the
or
moment.
point to a bale
Would
or
be a
spider or
great
dragon.
fool who strikes at
That
her in
comes later,
public
but
in
that's
front
the
of
point.
all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you?
If I say
If anything
no,
were
will
to
you
happen
not
to Celine,
will
eyes
you
would
not be
turn
triggered?
first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first.
Self-defense.
Why? Undoubtedly,
blame
I
you there.
caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from
knowing
whence
you,
he
you
came until after
probably-
the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
Very vague as always, Morgan.
I may find the time to try a door or two.
Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Yeah, you would like that, especially when you probably didn't have that much excitement since the last flight. To the servants' quarters we go. That is the wrong way. Wait, nope. Right way, turn it. I always get turned around. Ugh. No idea why though.
This could be worth checking out.
Lovely. It's good.
Someone would...
almost forgot how much I hate this. I had to re-equip everything. Even though it's a pain in the butt. I think that actually... Now I'm confused with what goes away. She has that. Seriously, I have to equip the weapons too? Ugh. Sorry. The pain in the bloody butt. Waste of bloody time. I put some enchantments on that later. The cheese. Finally, we can
be held accountable for this.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's something up there. I have no idea. I was like jumping it down like a crazy person.
Look around.
Ah, the fighting was all fun.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a council of
Probably
Herald's
taking a nap,
emissary.
by the looks
Curious
of
to
it.
find him here.
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
No! No!
Venatory agents!
Yay, Venatory! So done.
Venatory were watching this approach. They're organized.
Just like chickens. The guy don't get that reference from called Chicken when DreamWorks did stop motion. Brilliant. Actually, it was actually really underrated. on file. That's what that's cool or not. Yeah, this place is actually really good too. I'm actually get a lot of good equipment and also really good, well, basically gold. Or equipment to sell for gold later on. Bloody mate. On the face.
Fancy meeting you here. You must be Inquisitor Adar. I thought you'd be more impressive. We haven't been properly introduced, have we? I'm Ambassador Briala.
That's a fancy title.
Ambassador, is it? Whose ambassador are you exactly?
If the nobility is going to treat elves as if we are not citizens, we may as well have the trappings of a foreign power.
Mask.
You clean this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble.
I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
I found him dead.
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much.
Witnesses.
You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers.
And the other
killing a
witnesses
council
are
emissary?
dead.
Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
The Empress needs to know what's going on.
I mean, seriously,
You
how
can
hard
try
is
to
it
warn her.
communicate
She won't
with
believe
bloody
anything from me.
head of
I
security,
misjudged you, Inquisitor.
or the captain of the guard,
You might
or
just be an ally
someone.
worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
In the cost.
What do I have to give you in exchange for this army of spies?
Always something
A moment
attached to
of consideration. I know which way the
I
wind
like
is
the
blowing.
chocolate bacon.
I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a
What happened to your feet to the floor?
More politics and
So-
double dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
It's the game, my dear. Everyone plays it here.
Kind of normal. Maybe not just in politics, maybe just in politics. I have no idea. Hey, we got a random statue, I know. Oh, wait, why it's so flat? And I'm going the wrong way. I'm going to risk it. Totally worth it. There we go.
Head back to the ballroom. We'll handle this.
If you need anything wrong, just let me know. I do believe this is actually the part we actually dance with the Duchess, aka Gaspard's sister, aka I'm totally not corrupting anyone and not following Corypheus. Not now. Sorry, like fall asleep. Ugh.
Interesting. Did you see that knife-edged servant girl in the kitchen? The ginger.
But yeah, for you
Keep
guys who
talking.
don't
I'm
know,
starting to
knife
believe I was
deals
there.
are just a
I need to get one of
really
Don't we
bad
all?
slaw for elves.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Inquisitor Adar. We met briefly. I
Hello,
am
butterfly
Grand
lady.
Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
I had to play the
Is there
game.
something I can do for you, Your Grace?
Indeed you can. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person.
Wait, are we not
Come,
talking about Courtiers?
dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. The Tal Vashoth are hardly known for political maneuvering. Just what interest do you have in our little war?
Why don't you just
What do you
educate
think
me,
I ought
'cause
to know?
I'm just a mercenary.
My brother and my dear cousin have been at each other's throats for too long.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Oh, that is so kind of you. You actually touched my heartstrings. I totally trust you. Oh, let's see.
Do we both want that, Lady Florian?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
What am I to?
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
An excellent question. I might ask the same of you, Your Grace.
Yeah, I don't struggle with even with a 12-foot pole.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
Isn't that what the game is for?
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time.
The thing is following me outside.
The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets.
Oh, that is so
I'm sure you
generous
can
of you.
persuade
Thank
him to
you
be
for pointing me
forthcoming.
in the right
We'll see what the
direction.
night
Thank
has
you
in
for
store,
betraying your
won't we?
bloody brother. Not like you're probably manipulating everything that's going on. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I got 100. I don't have to worry.
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
Yeah, no.
I'd happily do more dancing. Just not with Corypheus.
I promise
I'm not
not
sure
to
if I
invite him to
actually
your
dance
next
with
ball.
Corypheus or not.
Were you
Yeah,
dancing
sure.
with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
The Grand Duchess told me there's proof Gaspard is in league with Tevinter.
She offered up her own brother? She's more cutthroat than I realized.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
Oh my gosh, Leila! Quit with the death! It's more option than, death.
You have an idea, Liliana?
What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with
But
Celine
isn't,
alive, that could still
constantly
happen.
just make
To
more
foil his
chaos?
plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're
What's so
suggesting,
wrong with
Liliana?
Emperor? Things
Sometimes the best
will be
path
more
is
chaotic
not
if
the easiest
there's,
one.
more assassination.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
You must. Even inaction is a decision, Inquisitor.
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act. Not without proof.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing.
Can we just
If he's innocent, he knows nothing. We need the truth.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the royal wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access. And in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
Why me? Let's see, read the entrances where waiting, speak to them best down. Somehow, if you
there must be
ask
something
me,
here.
I believe we're probably going to see more of the ambassador in Dragon Age 4, all because of a certain egghead and his real background and real motivations. Sorry about that. I charged my thought I tried to go in more, but no. Okay, that was odd.
Don't worry so much, my dear. I'll be ready when the time comes to strike. Watch your back, Inquisitor. Remember, everyone here wants you dead.
You are an interesting one. An eloquent Kunari. Nobody saw that coming, I assure you.
I think that's a compliment.
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, my lady.
It's doomed to fail, of course. Celine knows that. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory.
Oh my god, you guys are so twisted.
Have you noticed anything odd this evening?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasantly decorative.
Good evening, my lady.
I do believe we need
Mistress
to go into
Nightingale,
the
what a pleasure to see you again.
So many crimes of fashion.
Oh my god, that guy finally got out of the corner.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
We can use this.
Poor Colin.
Mistress Nightingale.
Inquisitor, did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
I'll let you know at once if I do.
Do you have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
Can we trust Morgan? Because I have a feeling we can trust her.
What's our best course of action?
Assuming the claims against Gaspard are false, I believe he'd be the strongest ally. But if it means
yeah,
Celine's
let's say
death,
military head
can we
being
make
charged
such
of
a
a entire
choice in
country,
good
while he
conscience?
probably, I don't know, a little second about politics.
Briala's an option.
One that only complicates matters further.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
Yeah, no, that isn't. I don't think he actually talked to him yet. Might as well.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight.
My friend,
Ruin us all.
come in, have a drink. What can I do for you? You've
I'm allergic to
been busily charming the court, I see.
planning on giving me. Found something interesting.
I have a question about the peace talks. The Grand Duchess says you're plotting to kill Celine.
Resorting to rumor-mongering, Inquisitor? Come, we are beyond such childish stratagems. My sister would never say that. There are no words to convince me that Florian would turn on me.
And I am not Kunoi.
How have the negotiations been so far?
The port won't last the evening, I'm afraid. We will end the night with nothing settled. Which should surprise
the whole
nobody.
point of this.
But it will disappoint my sister.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I don't know why she had such high hopes for this ball. Florian always was hopelessly optimistic.
There's nothing wrong about being an optimist.
We'll
Especially
speak
when you have
later,
something
Duke
up your
Gaspard.
butt.
Another time, friend.
Yeah, I guess.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight.
More servers in the ballroom. Is everybody?
Does anyone have a report on the casualties and the days? Does anyone have a report on the casualties and the days? Are all the Delancers here?
Maker, I hope not.
Now the good thing is we don't have to worry about getting any more approval. Okay, that was the way.
I cannot believe you danced 4 times with Cyril de Montfort.
I cannot believe you did not
That's
dance at all.
kind of awkward.
Hmm.
I mean, I would understand it for an Ulzamar, but unfortunately we can't. God, I hope we go back.
Well, that's useful.
No shit. So luck. Sorry. Talking smack to the game, I guess. Kinda happens sometimes. Note to self. Get rid of all the uniforms and cowardice such as hellhole.
So, even Liliana thought this place was dangerous and you wanted to just walk in here. This party is looking up.
Ooh, goodies. I just forgot my... So...
Stay back!
Bam! This is for the people. Fine.
Thank you.
Sorry to cut it.
I hope you're not disappointed I stole your dance partner.
No, not at all. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Wait, slow down.
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace?
I was a very good place to
Not
start.
personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
There's so much I could say right now.
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else would send me here. It had to be Briala.
What were you trying to find in Florian's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
Yeah, because it probably wasn't that bloody suspicious.
This wing is sealed. How did you get in here?
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others probably handled it.
Wow, that's probably not suspicious. That should have been warning bells.
So this room belongs to the Grand Duchess Florian?
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
If there's a reason you distrust Briala, I want to hear it.
I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play Revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Something like that could destroy Briala, if it were known.
No. Some know she has
I won't be surprised
a
if she
history
plays a
with
big
the
role
Empress.
in the next Dragon Age
But they believe
game.
she was just a favorite servant. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
Damn, this place is big. Makes Skyhold look small. That's kind of thing. No, it's annoying.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
Okay, even being there. Of course, this is Orlais.
You painted on me, you asshole! When I get out of this, I'll butcher you like the pigs you are!
Did you kiss your mother with that mouth? This place is gonna be so bloody big. window. For Assassin's Creed and something. Big butt statue. That doesn't sound good. If I subconscious trying to tell me something. Wow, this looked like a really well...
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment, if you're looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
How about you die? We already know what
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspar's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
What exactly is in this for you?
The world, of course.
Hopefully a new haircut.
I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
Yeah, good luck with that. He's probably gonna backstab you more than once.
You won't get away with this, Florian.
But I already have. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill her. Bring me the marked hand as proof. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
Trust those tits. What was all that? Were those demons?
Well, demons and
there aren't any more of those bastard demons coming, right?
Those were in fact demons, by the way.
Good eye. Those were definitely demons.
Make her bless me. Demons? How could there be demons in the fucking Winter Palace? I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Gaspard did this
Duke
to you?
Gaspard lured you out here?
His,
Well,
not
his
so
sister.
backstabbing
But it had to
sister?
come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
You sound Ferelden.
Your accent sounds Ferelden. I thought you were one of Gaspard's mercenaries.
Born and raised in Denerim. Seems like I should have stayed there. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking punsy cheesemongers.
Know the fact and more say. Get half of the pay, then do the dirty walk. Because if you fail, at least you have something to compensate the trouble.
I don't know if I'm more shocked that Gaspard hired Ferelden mercenaries, or that you actually took the job.
You and me both. I've had enough of Orlesians to last a lifetime.
Impressively ruthless of Gaspard, if predictable.
You saved my life. I owe you. And Gaspard still hasn't paid me. You want me to talk to the Empress, or the court, or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
Oh my god. Really, guys? In a chantry, no less. fear these. He wants to just... Maybe not now. Ah, crap. Oh, sorry.
It's been too...
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
What? There's no time.
Wow,
the Empress will begin her speech any moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Ooh.
Inquisitor.
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile. This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted to speak with you, Inquisitor?
I seem to recall you saying all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance. It's so easy to lose your good graces. You even framed your brother for the murder of a council emissary. It was an ambitious plan. Celine, Gaspard, the entire council of heralds, all your enemies under one roof.
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories?
I did not wish to, but it seems I have no choice.
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never...
Ooh, someone just got the cold soda.
Gaspard?
I think someone's hyperventilating for the...
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace. You're just the last to find out. Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private, elsewhere.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
We're playing the blaming game.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Yeah, Gaspard, you're not
Enough.
fooling anyone. I'm sorry.
We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
wouldn't have caught Florian in time without Briala's help.
You were working together?
Of course.
Thanks to Briala, Gaspard's mercenary captain will testify that he hired men to infiltrate the palace.
Hired thugs? I didn't expect you to stoop so low, cousin.
Don't be naive, Celine. The only difference between a mercenary and a common soldier is a uniform.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually, you'll convince somebody.
There were also the threats Gaspard made to the Council of Heralds to bully them into giving him the crown.
Gaspard is a bully. Is that the worst you can say of me?
We've all heard enough to damn the Grand Duke.
Thank you, Inquisitor. There can be no doubt of your treason, Gaspard.
No, it seems there cannot.
Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celine.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
I'm interested what happens if he doesn't live. But
You have enough proof to
fight
dissolve
us
his
and
support for the throne, Your Majesty. You don't need to take his life.
As a favor to you, Inquisitor, I will let him live. Gaspard, you are hereby banished from the Empire on pain of death.
Is that all? You're too kind, Celine.
Thank you, Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life, and Orlais owes you its future.
Could all been avoided if you just got my message.
You have done a service for the Empire never to be forgotten, my friend. This piece is your doing. You truly are the instrument of Andraste. Orlais will never forget your part in this, nor will I. Lords and ladies of the court, the civil war which has plagued us is at an end. The Orlesian Empire is whole again. Those who drove us into war for selfish gain have been dealt with as traitors. Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of treason. He is no longer our cousin and shall never again hold title or land in Orlais. We have lost enough. No more! Now, we can move forward to healing and restoration. In our hour of need, the Inquisition has faced these dangers beside us. It is the honor of Orlais to stand with Andraste's herald to end this crisis. And in ages to come, our children and grandchildren can say that we left them a brighter world. Will you address the court, my friend?
What?
Our enemy is clever. He manipulated the highest-ranking members of the court. If we want victory, we will have to fight him in more ways than one.
We of the court must use our resources. Not every battle is won on the field, but that is tomorrow. Tonight, feast, my friends. Enjoy our victory. There will be many more to come.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
There's plenty of opportunity for that later. I wanted some air.
I had no wish to interrupt your breathing, only to bring news. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine.
Yes, we go quite side by side together.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes?
Just don't
Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
Oh,
welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
I'm just worn out. Tonight has been very long.
It was a tumultuous evening, but Orlais is safe now. It was worth the struggle. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
It's time to head back to Skyhold.
Of course. It will be good to go home.
Yes, we are done. Oh my god, I hate that part. Oh, too much there's too much go to point B, nothing but excitement really. That's the worst party I have been in 2 years. At least maybe next to that one homecoming. But that's a whole different other story.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor, please, may I have a word with you?
Oh god, I forgot it's Saturday night. They're gonna be up. Sorry, neighbors. Shut up, go away. There's always
just when you've solved one crisis, another springs up to take its place.
I am sorry to place this burden on your shoulders, but you are the only one who can help.
Yeah,
with the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
You'll be surprised.
Leliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother.
They're trying to get away from more politics, not dealing with more politics. If I want that, then I can just watch the evening news or just go on Twitter.
Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam Shiral. The support of the Empire should make our search for the Grey Wardens easier. Varric is eager to help his friend Hawk.
Claimed too many lives. I pray that it's over for good.
What do you know about Ole and its army?
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
Ah, the Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
At least not doing it right.
How do the Wardens deal with archdemons?
Been there, done that.
Short answer.
That time I wanted
to
see an
swords until it stops moving.
Just wanted to it stopped moving.
Wardens are in all the stories. If it was that easy, anyone could do it.
No, it really is that simple. Just because the archdemon is magic doesn't mean it can't be killed with swords. It just has to be a Grey Warden sword. Look, it's not the killing blow that's the problem. It's getting the dragon to the point where it's vulnerable. Where it actually can be killed. There's no short answer for that, I'm afraid.
Have you been hearing the calling too?
I know what Corypheus is. He has no sway over me.
Let's continue this at another time.
I believe you.
As you wish.
Please ignore the tone of my voice. Ooh, bug. Okay, since we just got a bunch of stuff from Wicked Hearts and Wicked Sight, so whatever that quest is, I'm just going to do a quick inventory. How am I still in? Seriously, I really missed that mod. It was so useful.
Not now, Sith.
Apologies, but the quartermaster is expecting something back.
Oh yeah, so does one crazy chick.
This is a hall worthy of the Inquisition.
I do not believe a reminder is necessary for this accused. Her capture and disgrace could not have been more public. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon, although her titles are among the dignities already at risk of forfeiture. You spared her life despite her treachery. What becomes of it now falls to you.
Seriously, why do people just... Ugh.
The consequences of our dance continue to echo, Lady Floriane.
Despite her posture, Lady Floriane has acknowledged your authority.
Should I curse you on behalf of the Elder One? I realize he had no intention of honoring the concordats I manipulated.
Don't judge me on this, please.
Do as you must. I respect your mastery of the game, even as I despise your victory. Celine does not know her
fortune. The universe wasn't trying to tell you something. Common walk with the commons.
Like most nobility, she's never walked in the shoes of those she endangered. Lady Floriane, I give you a chance.
Oh my God, living in a
common
group
work,
of that?
farm work, do some good.
Sorry.
Sentenced to walk with animals? How droll.
It's either that or off with the head. And dance, dance, dance till you're dead. Now I got a song in my head. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier, if you talk to Solus, well, if you bring Solus with you to the I don't know what that was called, masquerade, I guess, on Maximum. He does, let's just say he let something slip about later events.
Those bands are close
and he'll actually dislike you because of that. Even though it was technically his fault.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Sharal, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court into.
It happens either way. So I just kind of know happens more. I am trying to romance. I am Wolf. I'm kind of trying to focus on just the story at the moment. Wait, Solus, you've seen this before?
You missed court
you didn't
entry.
like becoming a people.
When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble,
You're the reason
and always fascinating. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally.
I gotta say, the scenes with his romance is hysterically funny. I'm sorry, okay?
I hope you know that I didn't turn over Briala lightly.
Solus.
If I'd had another option...
What? Why would I disapprove of... Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Yeah, you never really. I actually romanced Solus and I really regret it. Especially after playing the Trespasser DLC. I'm actually looking forward to for him as maybe the villain in the next it's going to be really interesting. I really hope they handle it pretty well, but I'm really concerned, especially after that whole mess of Mass Effect and drama, which I am not going to rant on at the moment.
Your people have lost so much of their history and culture.
You can't even try to connect with your people.
Not even think of yourself that way.
Try.
I think of myself as me.
Interact with
That's
people.
all I've ever needed. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, Briala did what she could. She was an admirable woman, even if her gambit failed.
I would be really disappointed if that's the case. But I have like a theory of what might happen in the next, like, it's deal with the Canary and the possibly bearing the South of Theodos, but that's a whole different other can of worms. You know,
even if we couldn't help Briala, I hope we can make life better for Orlesian elves.
Stop Corypheus. That will do for a start.
Do that the wrong way.
It speaks well of you to feel for the oppressed.
I'm sorry.
Help them for that. Know them for what they are, instead of just seeing a pair of pointed ears.
You do know Konoha have pointed ears, right? Oh yeah, I already got that. Oh yeah, that one side quest. The key. Totally meant to do that. At least, you know, there's no fall damage. I hate fall damage. It's a pain in the butt. If you watch my Let's Play of Skyrim, you all know how much I hate fall damage. Especially with the bloody ass mountains. I am actually really hoping we'd actually see Colin in the next well, basically in the next Dragon Age game. Have anything? No, I don't. I know I'm gonna be doing. Mainly because I can really see them going further with his character than the overall off they already have been with Dragon Age.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
Especially if
and you think
of your
I
choice
could make
of,
them agree?
Of him taking Miriam or not.
I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Yeah, that would be a good relief, but also I am still waiting for the Grey Warden to make an appearance, but I doubt at this point they're probably going to not do that. I have mixed feelings about Mother Giselle sometimes, but I kind of see her as the mother hen that, you know, that's basically you see in almost every media.
Is there a problem? It seems like she's bothering you.
Mother Giselle is kind, and she means well. So, yes, she was.
But yeah, like I said,
assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next
really
divine.
Because
of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you, thus everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about an on-screen appearance.
How can you and Liliana be candidates? You're not even
priests. But I guess
it's not
with
Hulk
appearing is that I believe they might be testing the waters
and Galatea a commoner.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised
Liliana
if
and I were at least part of the Chantry hierarchy.
Since she is probably going to be the ones, quote unquote, pulling the strings for the next protagonist, because they had to find a new protagonist for you know who, of you know not being connected. Oh yes. Ow, sorry, I cracked my back. Long day at work. Who cares about the Chantry?
Why even consider it? Who cares about the Chantry?
I care.
You would think that.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
Devs have any brains whatsoever. They should at least maybe have the Grey Warden make an appearance, if not in a non-speaking way.
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people, say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it.
Really
but now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
Next to Solus, but he's another bag of worms.
Many extraordinary things have happened to get us to this point.
I'm not so certain. I think it has been a long time coming. Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change.
Friend, I wouldn't be
Perhaps
surprised.
I must be the one to change.
Maybe that's the reason. Or have you forgotten the whole Andals and Justice Spirit fiasco?
You're not the only candidate. What about Liliana?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change.
Also,
Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
4 playthroughs, I did 1 human, 2 elves, and now Konori. I never really did play as a dwarf since Origins, but who knows? Oh my god.
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can. For as long as I can.
Yeah, I gotta say,
I suppose I should not be so concerned.
Kind
the
of
clerics
dull,
speak my name for now. Nothing more.
A human
for
in
now,
Dragon Age 2,
restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority. I understand if resources cannot be spared to help search for the missing Seekers, Inquisitor. Still, it could involve a threat we are unaware of. There may be a use in
If you say Envy Demon, I will freak out. I remember the 4th time I actually chose the Templars. And oh my gosh, it took me forever to beat the Envy Demon. Ugh. Get back to the cycle. Oh yeah, I don't have anything.
Of course. Oh, my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
Not talking little, just leave that to Cole. Oh my gosh, yes, it was my 4th play playing through with Dragon Age, and oh my gosh, it was a pain in the real end. I actually had to lower the difficulty because it was, oh my god, so bloody frustrating.
How is it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
That is good.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral?
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
I just like the envy demon, I swear, was on a sugar high while having serious case of ADHD. Oh, pardon me, sorry. I was so frustrated that I just decided just to go with. I just say I was really tempted of the switching sides to the Matrix, so I didn't have to deal with the bloody MVP. I think it took me like maybe.
You know I've got no problem with Orlesian.
2 to 3 spots, if I remember correctly.
At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
I'm sorry.
You've got away with words, Bull.
I do what I can.
Maybe we can find some other uses for that mouth of yours.
Yeah. When is the next meal anyway?
I forget how many days it took me to actually beat that envy demon, though. Most likely a day or two.
Good to see you, boss. Nice talking with you.
Oh my gosh, I need to get my glasses on. I need to do something at the war table. I forgot. God, I got a buttload of things.
It was interesting to see how much has changed in Halam Shiral. And so little. Madame Méprise is a fixture. The sun will grow cold before she retires.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor.
But yeah, back to the Grey Warden. I am actually interested in what them find the cure will mean, because just like with the cure tranquility, is that
You seem to enjoy yourself.
it's going to have a lot of impact.
Or was that part of the game?
Perhaps it was both.
But yeah, I'm wondering what the cure for the calling would impact, you know, in later games. Especially, supposedly, the taint is supposed to be permanent. But there has been cases of, you know, of it going away. Cough, cough, Fiona. Cough, cough. Now I feel horrible. Yes, we did. Yeah, to tell you the truth, the mounts, or I wouldn't say are useless, but they're kind of bulky and they're kind of hard to control. But yeah, I do like the design of the I like all the different variants of the mounts. It's just some of the terrain is just so hard to get through if you're on mount. I like to switch up a couple times just to keep things fresh. Also, I really
All
do
right.
like the
Our
band
Qunari
talk.
contact should be here to meet us.
He is. Good
That
to see you
isn't
again,
Qunari.
Hisrad.
Gat! Last I heard, you were still in Saharan.
They finally decided I'd calmed down enough to go back into the world.
Boss, this is Gat. We work
And
together
why
in
am I
Sahara.
still my
It's a pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor.
God,
Hisrad's
I
reports
hate
say you're
this
doing good
vanilla
work.
game.
Iron Bull's name is Hisrad?
Under the Qun, we use titles, not names.
My title was
And what's the
Hisrad
point?
because I was assigned to
Living
secret
in a
work. You
bloody
can translate it as
mindful
Keeper of Illusions or...
religion, quote
Liar.
unquote.
It means liar.
Well, you don't have to say it like that.
I look so up. I'm sorry.
I'm only here because we both want to stop Corypheus.
Indeed. The Tevinter Imperium is bad enough without the interference of this Venatori cult. If this new form of lyrium helps them seize power in Tevinter, the war with Kunindar could get worse.
With this stuff, the Vince could make their slaves into an army of magical freaks. We could lose Saharan and see a giant Tevinter army come marching back down here.
The Ben Hasrath agree. That's why we're here. Our dreadnought is safely out of view and out of range of any Venatori mages on shore. We'll need to eliminate the Venatori, then signal the dreadnought so it can come in and take out the smuggler ship.
That your submarine is a whale.
What do you think, Bull?
Don't know. I've never liked covering a dreadnought run. Too many ways for crap to go wrong. If our scouts underestimate enemy numbers, we're dead. If we can't lock down the Venatori mages, the ship is dead. It's risky.
Riskier than letting Red Lyrium into Minrathos?
I hate the Q now. Yeah, so it's like, I'm just here to do this.
There might be Venatori mages on the ship as
like,
well.
yeah, I'm just going to
The
hang
dreadnought
out here,
can't
don't
handle
mind
them.
me.
It's unlikely there'll be more than 2 or 3 mages on the ship, and they'll
Like I
be
said,
dead
some
by the
of the
third shot.
weirdest stuff
On land, though,
happened
a
during
half-dozen
cutscenes
Venatori attacking the
sometimes.
dreadnought from cover could do some serious
Because
damage.
it was pre my channel, but because of stories I couldn't tell. Okay. That egghead is gonna get a fist in the face. Hopefully not literally.
If it's dangerous for the dreadnought close to shore, Why not attack when the smugglers reach open water?
Any decent smuggling ship can outrun a dreadnought on open water. We need to catch them close to shore.
I swear this voice actor is doing a British accent.
I could have crushed any Venatori resistance with the Inquisition's main forces. Why not use them?
Because then the Venatori would have seen you coming and run. They'd schedule a new shipment for later, and our spies might not know when or where. This is risky, yes, but it's our best chance to destroy the shipping operation permanently.
Let's go hold up our end of this bargain, then.
My agent suggested 2 possible locations the Venatori may be camped to guard the shore. There, and there.
Oh my gosh.
We'll need to split up and hit both at once.
I'll come with you, boss. Grim can lead the charges.
A human,
Let me fill him in.
Places that I decided to just be an all-out jock. You know, like an arrogant prick. Really arrogant noble. And oh my gosh, actually I didn't expect that. I was like, okay, I have a feeling I will probably lose a limb because of that. Not to spoil anything or anything. Yeah, save. Especially since it's been a while.
Once they're down, send up your signal. That'll let the Dreadnought know it's safe to come in.
Understood, Chief.
Remember, you're gonna want a volley to start, but don't get suckered into fighting at range. They've got mages.
It's all right. We've got a mage of our own.
I'm not a mage!
Get in close and take their enchanter down before he takes over the battlefield.
He'll be dead before he knows it.
Just pay attention, all right? The Vince want this red lyrium shipment bad.
Yes, I know. Thanks, Mother.
Kunari don't have mothers, remember?
We'll be fine, Chief.
All right, Chargers. Horns up!
Horns up!
Ready whenever you are, boss.
I'm ready to head out, Bull.
Right. Chargers! Hit 'em hard and hit 'em fast. When this is over, drinks are on me.
You got it, Chief. Charges, double time. Let's move!
Yeah, I actually was kind of surprised. I actually did some digging that the Kunari made.
You gave your
really
charges the easier target.
Impact.
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship.
I thought it's a bad thing.
It's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting
options,
just like old times.
Especially how the Kunari treated their mages, as seen in Dragon Age. Why am I stuck? Stupid. This is why I hate RPGs and rocks. Can't simply hit something. I want to hit a dragon. Or a dragon that. Oh. I have no problem being a mage, but it's difficult because I prefer to play well, at least RPGs warrior style, I'd like to call it.
Vince up ahead.
Don't let them warn the others.
Different places.
Can you make out any of your mercenaries down there?
Not from here. Probably a better view once we take the Vince camp.
Worried?
They're my men. I've been with some of them for years.
Ooh, the tension. It's so thick they can cut it with butter. Oh my god.
Get ready.
People stop.
We're close.
And every bloody corner. Ugh. Just want to walk down the bloody road. My fighting character say again. Everything's out to kill you. But even then, it's still better than one on encounter. Yeah, I actually did learn about just recently about the night encounter. And I'm intrigued of the other playthrough of a maze. It will be probably going. My special would probably be a night encounter. Even then, I hold being a mage is sorry, that typical cast is OP. Well, still better than being a bloody what is it? Blood mage than in previous games. I remember actually one of my coworkers from the last place I worked at was really disappointed that the blood mages wasn't as OP. I was like, you are disappointed of not being blood mage and it not being OP. Yep, sounds legit. Yeah. It sounds it sounds very cutthroaty if you ask me.
We're clear, Gat.
Right. Signaling the dreadnought.
Chargers already sent theirs up. See them down there?
I knew you gave them the easier job.
There's the dreadnought.
Looks like a submarine.
That brings back memories.
Nice one.
Crap.
They've still got time to fall back if you signal them now.
Yeah.
Your men need to hold that position, Bull.
They do that. They're dead.
And if they don't, the Venatori retake it and the dreadnought is dead. You'd be throwing away an alliance between the Inquisition and the Canary. You'd be declaring yourself Talvashov. With all you've given the Inquisition, half the Ben Hassra think you've betrayed us already. I stood up for you, Hisrad. I told them you would never become Talvashov.
I tried playing it on PC, but it kept on.
I know,
glitching.
But you need to do what's right, Hisrad, for this alliance and for the Qun.
And besides, if you ask me, I believe with every Inquisition game, it gets better.
Call the retreat.
Don't.
Deal with an organization
They're falling
that
back.
literally brainwashed their people. It might as well be North Korea.
All these years, Hisrad, and you throw away all that you are. For what? For this? For them?
Hey, watch it. Don't want to lock horns with me.
His name is Iron Bull.
I suppose it is.
Oh, that was uneventful. Firebending!
No way they'll get out of range. Won't be long now.
Bull, when the dreadnought sinks...
Sinks?
You know, like the Titanic?
Canary dreadnoughts don't sink.
Okay, I think we just walk into that.
Come on. Let's get back to my boys.
This is why you shouldn't jinx everything, people. Things are just gonna hit the fan. And even then, if you ask me, out of all three Dragon Age games, most likely Dragon Age 2 had probably the most awkward animation. But thank God the mods on the Nexus for that. To a point, but still. You know, I don't... Dragon Age 2 could have been worse, but...
Inquisitor, it is my duty to inform you that there will be no alliance between our peoples. Nor will you be receiving any more Ben Hasrath reports from your Talvishoth ally.
You under orders to kill me, Gat?
No. The Ben Hasrath have already lost one good man. They'd rather not lose two.
So much for that.
You alright, Bull?
Yeah. Guess I'll have more free time without having to write all those reports.
Bull.
Boss, let me have this one, all right? This one needs to be mine. You're late.
Sorry, Chief. Still sore from fighting off all those vents. Good to see you, Inquisitor.
How did the charges come out of the fight?
Just fine. Thanks to you and the Chief, we had plenty of time to fall back. Chief's even breaking open a cask of chastened sackmead for the charges tonight.
Damn it, Krem. That's the kind of thing you don't have to mention to the Inquisitor.
Sorry, Chief.
Oh my gosh, his shield. It's phasing right into it.
Forget it.
Boy.
You're doing fine.
Or the trick of the veil or something. I don't know. I'm gonna get the two mixed up. But yeah, even though I do speak negatively of Dragon Age 2, it is an okay game. It just should have A, been longer, and B, should have been more put together than bits and pieces. And also maybe better characters. Looking at you, apples. Yeah, I know this is going to be on top of it. It's not as bad as people say it, but it's still should have been better.
Your worship.
I mean, I already played it through like 3 or 4 times.
She's one I would offer no mercy. We need to cream about leadership.
Not a lot to say to her. Although there's compensation and all that different.
View from below. All petticoats and oppression.
Oh, this is where we get the
Inquisitor, I wonder if you might help me with a delicate situation.
Bring me the hardest Snow White, if I remember correctly.
There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient.
So
the heart of a snowy wyvern.
Wow,
I had arranged to
like
obtain
Snow
one,
White
but the
for
chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern.
Or actually
Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great.
Thinking that a dragon.
You, my dear, would certainly be an equal.
Especially in Skyrim. There's a reason I kind of feel pity for those so-called dragons. Anyways.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You won't tell me?
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but won't tell me what it's for?
The thing is,
my dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of
those
who
wannabe
put trust
dragon.
in my discretion. I would not have attained my position at court if I didn't know when to be silent.
Okay, and
I'll do
just
what I
gonna
can.
go along with it.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of Eclair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
Yeah, bring me the heart of Snow White. I gotta say that it's probably one of my favorite references in a way. At least when it comes to non-BioWare games. I will. Time to go to Val Royale. That was a really bad French accent attempt. That's a lovely pixel. Oh, crap. My phone is busted. Bloody luck.
Good day to you.
No, I did not see him.
Hear my cry.
The report was vague.
When it all cleared, she was still in charge. So what was
Make me one within you. You would not believe the number of alliances shut and broken.
Of course. And you?
Do you know where this noble wanted to meet us?
I do. The Comte Boisvert invited us to his mansion, not far from here. I pray he clears up the deaths of my messengers, as promised.
Lead the way.
Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for seeing us, Comte Boisvert.
The honor is mine. Please, sit. It's an honor to assist two such distinguished guests.
Please, tell us what you know.
Straight to business, then. After the murder of Lady Montule's people, I don't suppose I can blame you. Have you heard of the House of Repose?
The Assassin's League?
My contacts obtained a copy of a document in the archive. Contract for life.
The House of Repose is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone attempting to overturn the Montiliers' trading exile in Orlais.
Overly complicated assassination plots are part of Orlesian politics, I take it.
You saw them firsthand at Al-Amshiral, Inquisitor.
The contract was signed by a noble family. The Du Paraquets.
But the Du Paraquets died out as a noble line over 60 years ago.
Indeed. But the contract was signed 109 years ago.
How can a family try to kill you after they died out?
The Du Paraquets were our rivals. They drove the Montiliers from Val Royale. This contract was drawn up over 100 years ago, but it wasn't invoked until I tried to overturn my family's exile.
Unpleasant though it may be, the House of Repose is merely fulfilling its contractual
duties. Damn, this one you want one.
If the people who wanted your family dead are gone, why are the assassins still after you?
A contract is a contract, Inquisitor. Orlesian businesses live and die by their reputations. The entire guild's welfare would be endangered if an agreement was tossed aside on a whim of time or fate.
She's quite right.
Set the original on fire and just be
The
done
House
with
of
it?
Repose is doing what it feels necessary. By its standards.
He had to kill them. Yes,
I
kill
assume you have a
assassins.
thought or two on this, Josephine?
That's totally
The
going to
Duparquets
end
still
well.
have descendants under the common branch. If we elevate them to nobility, a Duparquet could annul the contract on my life.
That will take time, Lady Montilyet. Time during which the House of Repose will be obliged to hunt you.
Will they now? You are exceedingly well informed. You're not to have said you'd heard rumors at best.
Yeah, like you know
A
the
bit of subterfuge.
insides of
This
how
contract
they
on your
walk.
life is an ugly business. One the House of Repose deeply regrets. But this is Orlais. Even an assassin's word is his bond.
Does Comte Boisvert actually exist?
Absolutely. The Comte's offer to reveal the killers of Lady Montilyet's messengers was genuine. So was his information somehow. An end to be tied up later.
The House of Repose has some nerve sending a killer to greet us.
Hardly anyone in the League isn't trained for this, Inquisitor. The contract on Lady Montilyet's life is so unusual, we felt the courtesy of an explanation was in order.
It is appreciated, monsieur.
Your idea to seek out the Duparquet to revoke our orders is an interesting one. I wish you luck. I did not come to shed blood today, Inquisitor. Only to speak. Might I pass?
Why warn us about your contract and let us go?
In Orlais, it is only decent to inform those involved in a contract when extraordinary circumstances conspire.
And the guild's reputation would suffer if you ignored the contract.
Oh my gosh.
I quite understand.
It's kind
Thank you.
weird.
May we conclude with my departure?
Fine. Just
Go,
don't
then.
show your stupid,
Good day, your
ugly mask face
My
around
lady.
here again.
I pray we never meet again.
Well, I didn't think our meeting would end like this.
We'll deal with these assassins.
I have some thoughts. Let's discuss them back at Skyhold. I'll feel safer with the castle's walls around me.
Do you hear something?
Oh, goodness. Comte Boisvert, is that you? Oh, the lock's been broken off. We'll find a saw. I realize the cabinet is quite valuable, Comte, but surely... A locksmith, then? As you wish.
Well, a saw, that would actually do better than a saw. Hypothetically. You know, I'm kind of surprised that this assassination group really isn't the Crows. But even then, they are located in Antiva, but still. Yeah, same here. His appearance in Dragon Age 2 is actually quite a surprise to me, at least when the first time I played it. But it was kind of hoping for more than just, hey, here I am, and poof, I am gone.
I see.
But yeah, I do miss Vaughn.
Day running.
You've no idea, sir.
Man, those serving girls are frisky.
Oh.
I'd like to hear more about the Chargers.
They're good. Riding high after we hit those Venatori. Glad they made it out alive, too. What do you want to know?
What are the craziest jobs you've ever taken?
Besides this one, there's a lot of violence between the nobles here, but that's standard work. The fun stuff is when they party. They always want to impress each other, and that means getting something shiny. We've hunted wyverns, fought through caves to find some old magical crap. Even when giant baiting once.
What's giant baiting?
So this old
My
guy,
guess is probably
has some kind of
maybe
a
his
pageant
approval
plan, but he needs a
ratings, I
giant,
guess.
which is
I don't
often some
really know.
damn cave. He's got some kind of rare charm to control the giant, but no way he's going into that cave himself. So we go in, kill some spiders, find the giant, and wake it up. It attacks us because, of course, it does. And we let the big bastard chase us outside where Van Chess is waiting.
That was actually your plan? To let a giant chase you?
Yeah, we had to stay out of reach, but close enough that it wouldn't give up. It was tricky. Good news is the giants are slow. Long as my guys ahead could clear out the spiders, we were fine. Bad news is the giant spiderwebs slow you down a bit more than you think.
But at least Comte Van Chess got his giant for the pageant.
Turned out that charm was a phony. Giant ate the poor guy alive. It's okay, though. We still got paid.
How did you start the group?
It's easy to make a name for yourself as a merc when you're a head taller than most folks. I spent a year or two working for Fisher's Bleeders, but their captain was crap. Figured I could do better. The best folks in the Bleeders agreed with me, so we split off.
I imagine Fisher disagreed.
He came at me. I snapped his sword in half, and we talked things out over drinks.
You have people from plenty of different backgrounds in your group.
Yes, well, when you're in Orlais and you look like me, you can't be picky about who you take in. A lot of them got turned away from other companies that didn't want a knife here, or a crazy dwarf. Their loss. You get my back in a fight and carry your own weight, you're good with me. How about you? You had a company of your own. How did you put yours together?
My company was mostly Talvashas, like me.
Well, it's better than becoming bandits, I guess.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
What are your thoughts on the Inquisition?
If there's anybody out there who hasn't joined the Inquisition, they're hiding under a rock. Did you want to take over Ferelden? I think we might be able to conquer it just by looking east.
What do you think of Liliana's work?
Do you want to know what the Arishok had for breakfast this morning? I think she can tell you.
Good to know.
Back to work, then.
Sister Liliana says the guests are on their way. Thick of the game again. Last inheritance the last time I was at Al-Shiral was Countess Etienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
Well, at least they weren't bored.
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
They've already begun composing songs about it in Val Royale, no doubt. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
You'd think the game's greatest players would spot a murderer in their midst.
As I said, insularity. Familiar rivals become the only ones worth sparring with. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
I
kept dreading I'd drop the wrong spoon or step on a
in
general's
more
foot.
ways than one.
Well done. Feuds that spanned ages have sparked over less.
Really?
Inquisitor never underestimates the enmity of those for whom outrage is a sport. I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
You couldn't have known it would lead to this House of Repose coming after you.
It still shouldn't have slipped past me. I've tracked down the last du Paraquets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Val Royale to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Liliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Royale?
For once, I had to agree with Liliana on this. As long as she doesn't kill anyone, I swear she has a habit.
Destroying the original contract will satisfy the guild. I say we do it.
But I'm sure my plan will work, Inquisitor.
Whatever happens, I'll assign you more guards. The House of Repose won't be idle long.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the du Paraquets will solve this. First, we need to perform some favors in Val Royale. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin.
Okay, we got that for the war table ladle.
Inquisitor.
One disabled. Let's go down this road without trying to kill some demons. At least in Skyrim, all you had to do is buy some Drago, and that's all. Check is in Twitter.
Looks like you need help. Dead should stay dead, wouldn't you say, friend?
Oh my god, Solus, I found your twin. Oh my god. I am so sorry.
Seems to be a lot of trouble in these parts.
Put it mildly. The war has stopped, but now the dead are walking. Funny though. I've been watching these undead and they seem focused on the Shem armies. As if, well, why wouldn't someone want to kill humans, huh? Still, poor fools. To arms!
Oh my god. That was interesting.
Anathara, going well, I hope.
Are you a Dalish elf?
Of course. You would have little experience with the people. Yes, we are Dalish. We've been camped for weeks in the fields to the west. The war between the lions made passage through the dirt difficult. Damaged some of our Aravals. If you find the clan, tell Keeper Howen I'll continue the hunt, and perhaps find a safer route through the plains.
I heard the Dalish were aloof and mistrustful of strangers. You seem different.
Of course, I've learned from Solus experience.
I love my people, but they keep the old wounds raw. I don't know. Perhaps I feel it's just time to forgive.
What's the dearth?
It's what we call this place. The dearth. Dearth of Erin.
I must be going.
Very well. Be safe. Anathara, going well, I hope.
know I met the Arashok.
Oh, the old one? Nah, he had an impressive rack. The new Arashok doesn't have horns at all. Usually means they're destined for something special.
I met him too. The only thing they seem to have in common is a tendency to burn things.
That pretty much sums up the Antam, yes.
By the way, they're talking about Sven. I actually do believe that because they had Sven and with no horns, I think because of lack of memory or something, it had to do with technology. But quote unquote the limit. Yeah, that's how Sven happened. But I kind of glad how they got it. When you do lose technology, you never play a game. I gotta say the visual of this game isn't good.
Look, more Dalish.
I would have never guessed.
Greetings, stranger.
Do you have anything to trade?
The Keeper has forbidden trade with strangers we cannot trust. Please understand.
Oh my god, I forgot how quick Bayless can be.
Mathalan asked Valoran, where are you?
Who's Valoran?
My brother. He's been sullen for a while because the Keeper chose another as his apprentice. He thinks it's a slight, but it isn't. He just wasn't ready. Keeper Howen wants him to wait. Then he took off 3 nights ago on his own. I don't know what he was thinking. The Keeper sent hunters to search, but they never found a trace. Mathal's mercy. If anything's happened...
I'm sorry, but I found your brother.
What? What do you mean, sorry? Where is he? No, he's not.
I have his belongings.
Is this all that's left? Did you learn nothing else?
He's also stupid. I'm sorry.
He was brave, trying to reclaim a relic of the Dalish.
I know. I always knew he was brave and clever. Didn't have to prove himself.
But yeah, teenagers are stupid. I think we can all agree on that.
I wish he'd understood that. Thank you for bringing me the news.
Heck, even I admit that I was stupid as a teenager. I was ignorant.
Troubled.
It's nothing. Just our stores. With the Shem War and the demons, replenishing them has been difficult. For one, we're almost out of herbs, and we lack materials to repair the Aravals. I don't even remember. There's so much we're missing. It's all written in my ledger.
Please don't get too close to the Hannah. They're unused to strangers.
I won't disturb them. Rest easy.
Maseranas, I did not expect such kindness from a stranger. May I ask, traveling these plains, have you come across a golden Halleck? I fear human soldiers may kill her. If she would only draw close, I could gain her trust. I could protect her.
Okay, I'm confused.
I've never heard of a golden Hala.
The legend is not well known. even among the people. We call her Hanno Gillen, the Pathfinder. In times of great need, she comes to show us the way.
So, is she into Dragon Age?
Why do you think soldiers hunt your Hala?
Pelts and horns sell for gold in Shem markets, I hear. And if they were golden? Goodbye, then.
Greetings to you. At this rate, we'll never be on our way.
You were the one they called the Herald of Andraste. I've heard so much about you and your Inquisition. There's talk, even amongst the Dalish.
Ah, talk. What do they say exactly?
Mostly they say that you're very large. No matter what they say. Your Inquisition is the only thing trying to help the world. I wish I could be a part of that.
Sounds like a volunteer.
It won't happen. Keeper Howin won't allow it. He doesn't trust anything to
Well,
do with
he
the Chantry
doesn't
or
turn
Andraste.
humans into werewolves and then attack the camp because of that. Now I'm getting off track.
I could try to convince your keeper.
You couldn't try.
I'll take my leave.
When we're going to see werewolves again.
Greetings to you.
These are not good times to come unbidden before the people. My patience is thin, with all that has befallen. Perhaps you should be on your way.
I met one of your hunters. He's continuing to look for a safe route.
He trusted you to pass the message on. That speaks well of you.
Why do elves call this plain the Dearth?
When the people settled here, they called it Dearth of Erin. The promise. For the Dales were promised to us by Andraste. It is still the Dearth to us. Even if the Shemlin give it a name that recalls our destruction.
What has befallen your clan?
The Orlesian War has hindered our progress through the Dearth. The armies cause rock slides, to dig ditches that trip the Hala and destroy the Arabels, making passage impossible. Precisely when the clan needs him most, my first, Tabin, defies my wishes and mounts an excursion to the Emerald Graves. And now, I've learned that the grounds of Bar Balanaris are infested by angry spirits from the beyond.
I can deal with that for you.
My clan and I would be deeply grateful if you could, and be mindful of the resting places of our dead. Bar Balanaris is sacred ground.
One of your clan wishes to join the Inquisition.
You may continue to wish. I will not let Lorna leave with you. Not when I'm uncertain of your intentions. Another time.
This isn't creepy at all.
So this is an elven burial site.
Oh, that was easy. Seriously, again with the bloody wolves. Oh, they're soulless. Bloody time. Stupid AI. What? Not the good one. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and kill it. Not important. Oh, for Pete's sake. Seriously? Actually, if I remember correctly, you can actually kill the golden.
With the magic, do you prefer fire, or lightning, or cold, or what?
The proper tool for the proper task. Fire reminds an enemy that you can destroy everything around. Lightning puts the fear of the Maker into her. Cold makes her think you implacable, while spirit energy conjures fears of demons.
I like cold, because it freezes them, and then they break into little bits when I chop them in half.
That's fine too, dear.
Oh, gotta let the band toy more often. You know, I might as well be holding a bunch of cats. Go that way. Yay! Oops, stupid AI.
Look, already she makes herself known to the others. She knows she's meant to be here. Thank you, Lethalan. I will never be able to express my gratitude.
Power for that. Oh no.
Greetings to you.
Sorry about that. Headset.
Herald, your return.
I've destroyed the demons on your sacred ground.
You were successful. You've put an old man's heart at ease. Thank you. You have done us a great kindness. Now, let me share something else. There are strange glyphs inscribed in the stones of this place. Revealed only with field fire, although they are elven in origin. I cannot make out their purpose. Perhaps they will mean something to you. Another time.
Greetings to you. Oh, at this rate, we'll never be on our way.
Didn't mean to do that. believe my cell phone is actually not acting up.
Right. Everything looks in order.
I ran it. I didn't write it.
True Templar hold. Now we're in Inquisition.
Inquisitor.
Let us begin. Inquisitor.
Inquisitor.
I have requests for information on your lineage from a few interested parties at the Winter Palace.
Andraste preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
Oh, poor
No,
Colin.
I shall take them. I want to know who pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
I am not bait.
Harsh. Just look pretty.
anyway, thank you for joining me this evening. Unfortunately, I am exhausted from work and I'm about to crash. So thank you for once again for joining me. I hope you guys to see you next time on my quote-unquote playthrough of Skyrim Inquisition.